Ask my stuff. In these clips, I share prompt desk reviews of cycling stuff I use and then answer your questions on this stuff in comments. More details in the description. Part 3 today. Lifeline bike wheel disengage. Topic Race Rocket MT pump. Aftershokz Trax Air headphones. Evoke small seat bag. A disengage is a much simpler tool than a true instant, but you need it even more to build a solid centered wheel. A thing I like most about this Lifeline gauge is the price. It's cheap, but this doesn't stop me from spotting a thing to improve either. Would be nice to have a wider gauge tip. The current one easily slips into the groove of 15mm through axle hub, hampering your dishing measurements. As a result, you need to go a bit off center deliberately on such a hub. Price to value 5 out of 5. Actually, you could even make a DIY version of such a tool. The only question is if it's worth the effort. Much in need 3 out of 5. I much enjoy wheel building, but still, it's not something I need every month. Whether you opt for tubes or tubeless, a light pump is essential while riding away from home. Aluminium Topic Race Rocket MT is exactly light. A thing I like most about this pump, the sealing. I keep it mounted to the frame all the time, meaning sometimes it just soaks in mud all over. Then gets a nice shower from a pressure washer and not a tiny piece of mud sneaks inside. A thing I'd like to see improved. Screw-on type valve heads are always fiddly, but for now it's usual on all MTB pumps. Price to value 5 out of 5. Once you're okay with a fiddly head, everything else works just perfect. Much in need 4 out of 5. I'm quite lucky to find most of my punctures already at home. So I carry this pump for peace of mind, but cannot say I use it a lot. Listening to music on a ride without plugging ears? Bone conduction Aftershokz got you covered. To be honest, I had been quite pessimistic before I tried them on a couple of years ago. Now a big fan. Unless it's super windy or you go super fast, they sound great for what they are, and your ears stay fully alert. Definitely a thing I like most. But there is a thing to improve. The rubbery main button. Once you wear gloves in cold, double and triple taps for navigating between zones can be excessively challenging and messy. Price to value 5 out of 5. I thank the headphones for hundreds of music hours they gave me. Even under a winter balaclava, they still work fine. Much in need 5 out of 5. I always ride with them. Must be a special reason for me not to take them on a ride. Evoke small seat bag couldn't be any simpler. Just a zipped pouch with a strap. But this keeps it lightweight, and this simple feature I like the most. Normally, I'd squeeze inside a spare tube, a pair of levers, a CO2 cartridge, a multi-tool, and an inflator head. What could be improved on such a simple piece? Not much. Maybe just this little strap which tends to dangle out and around when the bag is full. Price to value 5 out of 5. Evoke produces this bag in several sizes, but the small one grabs all my stuff, even when I need to take a much wider tube for an MTB ride. Much in need 4 out of 5. Frankly, jersey pockets will easily carry everything from this bag as well, but you would need to fill and empty the pockets for every ride, while the bag just once. That's all for today. More stuff is coming next time. Should you have any questions on the stuff just seen, feel free to ask them in comments.